goodness, this is huge. This thing's got to be at least 10 pounds. Let's weigh it and find out. Wow, 14.4 pounds. Got our cabbage shredded in the brine. You're going to take a plate, push it down, as well as a few river rocks. And that's going to weigh the cabbage down and make sure that it gets covered in brine. And we'll let this sit for about 2 hours. Come back and prep some more kimchi. Okay, gonna harvest some green onions for our kimchi. So fresh. A little trick to keep your cutting board from slipping. You just add a wet paper towel underneath it. So I'm just going to roughly chop these as they're going to be taken for a spin in the food processor. Alright, so I got my ginger, my garlic, my scallions. Now it's time to add the red pepper powder, also known as gochugaru. I'm going to kind of eyeball it at first. Probably about somewhere between half a cup and a cup. And then soy sauce, or I like to use tamari, which is soy sauce that's made without wheat. It's just pure soybeans. And I like to go ahead and add fish sauce. My preferred brand, if I'm not using my own homemade stuff. Red Boat, 40 degrees. That actually stands for the amount of nitrogen, 40 degrees nitrogen. So a couple splashes of that. And I'm going to take it for a spin. Good to go. Got my vegetables that I've drained, and I added some more scallions as well as an Asian pear and a Korean radish just for texture. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a glove because I'm going to be handling the paste with my hands, and it's pretty hot stuff, so you got to be careful. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, maybe a small layer on this in this glass jar that I'm going to be fermenting in. Just grab some veg. Take some of the paste, slap it in there, mix it around. You want to coat every morsel. That's the idea. So now everything's packed down. I'm just going to clean the sides of the jar so there's no vegetable pieces which could collect mold during the fermentation. So just make sure everything's nice and tidy. And then I'm going to take, I have the silicone mat that I've had for a while. It's dedicated to kimchi since it's nice and smelly, of kimchi that is. And I'm going to take the same rocks I used before and use them as weights. Again, this keeps the brine, the brine will continue to form over the next couple of days. You can see there's already some brine in there, but we want to keep the vegetables submerged under the brine. Or as I like to say, it's fine under the brine. The fermentation activity happens without air. It's called an anaerobic fermentation. So we want to keep as much as we can under the liquid. And that's it. I'm just going to label this, cover it with this. So this is not a super tight seal. It's loose enough to allow gas to escape, but it doesn't allow bugs or a lot of fresh air to get in. So this is actually a good vessel for that. Check on them in about a week.